Back with you, Jonathan, in focus. The Midvaal local municipality has assured residents that its water is safe for consumption. Comes after the public raised concerns about the safety and quality of potable water supplied following the deadly, of course, cholera outbreak in Hammanskraal. The Midvaal Mayor Peter Teixeira joins us now for more. Mayor, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. I've had the opportunity to look at both your green drop report and your blue drop report, and I must say you're getting glowing reviews there on both those reports in terms of the work that you are doing there in taking care of both wastewater and the supplied water. Where do you think this concern is emanating from?
Yeah, look, thank you so much, Thabo, for having me on the show this evening. Look, we're doing what a caring government would do for its residents. We want to ensure that, our water is safe for consumption. And, we do regular tests. We take samples of even the Klip River that runs through our municipality, where we test the water that comes from upstream. We test the water that comes out of our purification plant. And we even test the water that's in our reservoirs just before it is distributed to our residents. So we take good care of our purification plants. We also maintain our water reservoirs. And we just ensure that the infrastructure is top-notch and that we don't have any issues. So everything is 100% functional. From our sewer pump stations along the Klip River, they are all 100% functional with backup generators to ensure when there is load shedding that there isn't any raw sewage that flows into the river.
Yeah. So, 4 systems you've got as far as the wastewater treatment is concerned, and that scoring you at about 69% going up. A big improvement from where you were in 2013, where you're sitting at 53%. Talk to me about what actually makes up your management capacity, because one of the issues that we are having to deal with is, particularly when we look at Hammanskraal, is a sense that the capacity to be able to manage the system has been lacking.
Look, on our side, it's safe to say we've got competent employees that manage our purification plants, and we ensure that everything is 100% operational at our plants. And, the plant itself has got to be 100% operational, and it's got to perform. So whatever water that you treat, grey water that you treat there, and whatever it is that you discharge back into the rivers should be compliant, according to the Department of Water and Sanitation standards. And we're very strict when it comes to that. This is why we take samples of the water that comes into the purification plants, but as well as what we discharge into the river. Yeah. And I think that score would get better with time, because we're currently busy with our Mayerton wastewater treatment plant upgrades. And once that plant is fully refurbished, I think we should see better results for the management of, the water that we do treat at our plants. Yeah. But I think we're making great progress, as you've seen with the results. And we want to ensure that we do manage to keep the green drop status of our wastewater treatment plants.
How do you ensure the credibility of, as you're saying, you sample quite regularly and at various points? How do you guarantee the credibility of those samples and, I suppose, the analysis process that ensues thereafter?
Look, obviously we've got an expert that samples our water, and it is also sent to an accredited laboratory where we ensure that, the water is tested by people that know what they are doing. And, that is even coupled with our own employees of the municipality, where we have a water specialist together with a service provider. And, we really get a couple of people involved in terms of the sampling of the water. And this is why it's safe to say from a Midvaal point of view that our water is very safe for human consumption.
Yeah. If we look at that, the blue drop risk rating, quite low if you compare to other places, 33.3 percent. You've got two systems there that supply, all being serviced by Rand Water. There's one issue, though, that is being raised. The Meyerton supply system operating above 90%, showing that you are now about to reach design capacity. What are plans that you've put in place, certainly, because that's a warning to say, looking into the future and the demand of the future, you might find yourself in a little bit of a risk there.
Look, as Midvaal, we continue to construct or build new reservoirs, and even the maintenance of our existing reservoirs is ongoing. We are ensuring, because Midvaal is a fast-growing municipality, therefore we are already planning for the future, and this is why in the last financial year we managed to build a 10 megaliter per day water reservoir in Kliprivier. And this is to ensure that we have sufficient capacity to be able to meet the growth demand within Midvaal. So, yeah, I think we've got our plans in place. We've got master plans that we've put together for the growth of Midvaal and to ensure that we can supply water when people come knocking on our doors. And also just to say that, you know, we also have a water demand management strategy in place as a municipality, which also looks at your entire system, water system, which also includes the replacement of your old asbestos cement water pipelines into a new UPVC pipeline that we are doing every financial year. And, you know, we are doing in the region of around 20 kilometers of water pipeline replacement within the municipality. This is just to ensure that, you know, we keep up with the demand, because as I've said, we are a fast-growing municipality in Gauteng. But in terms of capacity, we are okay.
Yeah. Is that a question of sound financial management, and how do you achieve that? For example, you've just put a new wastewater system, the Bantu Bonke, which was commissioned in 2013. It's now completed, right? And it's done. You can maybe tell us how much you spent on it. But also, when I read one of the reports here saying as far as your management of risk, it shows, for example, that you are consistently looking at areas of risk, and you are consistently showing with paperwork that you are mitigating that risk and what you're implementing in place, which certainly means the money that is supposed to go there, you're certainly using it for what it's meant for.
Yeah, look, definitely. Thabo, I think we are blessed in a sense that our residents in Midvaal do pay their rates and taxes. They do pay for the services that we provide them with. And I think they see it worthwhile to pay because they are getting services. And this is what has ensured us, you know, to be financially stable and to ensure that we keep on improving infrastructure within the municipality, like the Bantu Bonke treatment plant, where, you know, we spent over 8 million rand in the upgrades of that particular plant, just to ensure that we are also compliant in terms of, you know, the water that is treated into that plant and that is eventually discharged into the river. So as a municipality, we continue to grow. You know, we manage our finances very well. There's proper systems in place to ensure that we can account for every cent that is paid by the ratepayer. And all of it goes back into infrastructure development within the municipality to meet the demand. Because as I said earlier, you know, Midvaal is a fast-growing municipality in Gauteng. We're seeing an influx of people coming into the municipality seeking a better life, because everyone is aware that the quality of life in Midvaal is good. The chances are very high that you would get employment within the municipality. I mean, if you look at our unemployment rate, it's one of the lowest in the country, which comes in at around 17%. So this is why we are seeing a lot of people coming into the municipality, and it's very important that we ensure that we have sufficient capacity to meet, you know, the growth of the municipality in terms of infrastructure.
Yeah. It certainly makes sense why you would be counted among the top 10 supply performing systems in the country. I suppose key to our conversation is to really point out that it is possible if we put proper processes and controls in place, proper maintenance management in place. We put proper monitoring systems in place, credible analysis and credible sampling, and doing what we're supposed to do, submitting the reports. If we do that, it is possible to supply our people in Gauteng with good, clean, quality water.
No, definitely. There's got to be a will, Thabo, to serve the people. And, we do our utmost best to ensure that our residents are protected in Midvaal. I think when the cholera outbreak came into effect, I said to the management that we need to start doing testing every day, whereby we used to do testing once a week. So we increased it to daily, just to ensure that, the water is safe. The last thing we would want is cases where people within our municipality claim to have, gotten cholera from our water and so on. So we've put measures in place to ensure that, we communicate regularly to our residents, and we also have community awareness campaigns that we are already running, encouraging people to wash their hands with soap and sanitize and so on. So, I think we're really doing our part. There is a will to serve our people and to protect our residents, and I think that is what Midvaal has gotten to be known for.
Mayor, I appreciate your time. May you long continue to do what you're doing, and it's certainly showing in the numbers, and we appreciate your time in coming on today.
Thank you so much, Thabo. Thanks for having me.
That is the mayor of Midvaal there, with, of course, the latest outbreak in Hammanskraal, and he has come out to give assurance to the people of Midvaal that certainly the water supply in that municipality is safe to drink, and the reports seemingly seem to back that.